Hello, everybody. Good morning and welcome back to today's session. So, it's going to be a very awesome session today. And first of all, I would like to apologize for all the background sounds that you hear, right? It's really not in my control. That's the first thing I'm apologizing for. And the second thing I am apologizing for is because we started with like 3 minutes late, and it's actually due to all this noise. Like, I was trying to make sure that our training is not distorted, because today I came with my heart, my mind, my body, my soul, everything ready to dispense the best training ever. But I promise you, this morning has been a hectic one. It has not been easy, right? I'm going to spare you guys all the details, but I swear it has not been easy at all. But you see this God. Anyways, thank God that we are all here and fine. So before
All right. Good morning, everybody. And I'm so sorry about the trouble we are having with Lorian's internet. And please let me know if you can see me and you can see my screen. I know my screen is still loading. Okay, it's showing now, I suppose. All right. Please let me know in the chat if you can see me and you can see my screen. Okay, so I'm gonna be jumping over to the chat to see all the activities that have been happening there. I hope you had a nice time with Lorian's stuff. It was brief, but I'm sure you had a nice time with her. So how have you been? How have you been? Share with me. How have you been this morning? How's life faring? And I hope you've seen Amarachi in the chats, and I hope you've told her good morning. So if you are yet to tell Amarachi good morning, please tell her good morning for me. and and share with us how you're faring and how basically you're holding up, how your business is holding up still. So we're going to be having a great time once again this morning. I hope you enjoyed the last 4 sessions that we had. Um, Past 2 days, two on Monday, two yesterday, and then we are going to be having two again today. This one and the one for 2 p.m. So, do well to share with us what you've learned so far and how useful it has been or it will be to you and your business and your brand. All right. Okay. So, so today we are going to be looking at using data and insights to help your business to grow. Using data and insights to help your business to grow, and you're going to be doing that in 3 different segments. We are going to first off look at first off we are going to be looking at the first part of the presentation, you understand the right questions to ask, and then we'll move on from there. So, so today we are going to be looking at using data and insights to help your business to grow. Using data and insights to help your business to grow. So you're going to understand the right questions to ask. 1 second, please. Identify the right questions, identify and understand the right questions to ask, and then identify the best tools to use and to gain all those analytics, insights, and then you also be able to understand and analyze your data sets, right? So I'm going to just jump over to the chat to see all the activities that is happening in the chat. So everybody that came here, that joined us this morning, thank you so much. Really appreciate you. Thank you for joining us once again this morning. So tell us where you are. Free Google Hustle Academy Bootcamp. If you're a small business on a medium business on an NGO, and you want your business to grow and to scale, do well to sign up on the free Hustle Academy at ong.co/Hustle Academy. And then you are going to be able to, Google is going to get you enrolled in the next cohorts. So just some housekeeping. Hit the thumbs up button, right? After hitting the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button and turn on that notification bell if you are yet to. All right. And everybody that has been here, Oduna Yo, thank you so much for joining us again. And everybody, basically, everybody that is present in the chats, thank you so much for joining us once again. All right. So, what words would you use to describe your customers? What words would you use to describe your customers? You may want to call them your money bag. You may want to call them your dogus. You know, you may want to call them your, something. Your client, your customer, your lover, something. Just tell us what words you use to describe your customers. Let us know in the chats and what words you use to describe your customers. Okay, so I'm going to wait for you to say something before I move on, right? So remember to keep Amarachi busy in the chat, keep her engaged in the chat, please, and keep her super busy, keep her engaged. And please, we love to answer your questions from across all the topics we've done so far. Whichever one was not really clear to you, please do well to ask us. We'll be happy to answer you. So while waiting for your responses, we're going to the first part of this presentation, understanding the right questions to ask. So what questions do you want to ask your customers? What questions do you want to ask your customers? Again, another question for you. What questions do you want to ask your customers? What name do you call them? What questions do you want to ask them? Do you want to ask them, how did I service you well? Have I serviced you well? How do you want me to serve you better? Are my products good? Are my products not good? Are my services good? Are my services not good? And all of that. So just go ahead and let us know how you and what you think are the questions you can ask your customers. So this is a typical process for analytics. What are your objectives as a business person? What questions do you need to address? And where do you want to get all that information from? And what do you do with all that information after getting them? So we are going to be looking at each of these processes one after the other. Now we are going to be looking at the first one. What are your business objectives? What are your business objectives? So you tell more people. Your objectives could be to tell more people about your business, could be to sell more of your products and services. It could be to identify your most valuable customers. It could be to find new ways to engage with your previous customers. It could cut across a lot of things. So you just decide what basically your objectives, your business objectives are, right? Okay, so after knowing about objectives now, the next one is going to be what questions do you need to address? What questions do you need to address? What questions do you need to address? The data you're looking for needs to answer some questions. So what are those questions that you need to answer? So what type of questions, the type of question that you need to answer will better be described with this range structure. The reach for R, the E for the engage, and the A for activate, the N for the nurture. The R will be who is your target audience and how do I reach them online. That is the reach now. The target audience, everybody you're trying to meet, you're planning to meet, are your whoever is your prospective, right? Whoever forms the perfect picture of who your audience is, are your reach, and how do you want to reach those people online? The E stands for the engage. Are they finding what they need when they get to meet you, right? Are they getting what they need? Are they getting the information when they get to reach you? And when they find you, are they booking? Are they paying for the services? Are they paying for the products? And the N is for the nurture. Are they coming back? Is there a reason for them to come back and do business with you? Right? And that is for the rain structure that we use to know the types of questions that you want to ask about your business. Now, where do you want to get that information from? Now, there are a couple of tools to get data and analytics inside. The first of them will be the social media channels and the likes of Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all those platforms that will offer you the measure of the views, the likes, the follows, the shares, and all those little details that will make you to gain the right information about your audience and to know what better to do with the information that you gather. And organic search results will always give you a couple of insights because you get to identify what customers are looking for, and then you try to make it align with your business and what's basically they're searching for. Organic search results will also give you all that data, and then your paid search results also let you know what marketing you did and how the results are coming back to you. What are people actually looking for? What type of audience is resonating with your ad, right? And your website will also get to identify which of the pages that people are actually interacting with on your websites. Which pages of your website are people interacting with the more? Which ones are people bouncing off? Which ones are people getting disengaged, right? Okay, so these are the core basic places where you gain those information that you're looking for. So what do you do with all that information after you've gathered them? Now that you have all those analytics and insights, what do you do with them, right? What can you do with them? How does it affect your business? So using insight will basically mean that you get to understand the market trends. Some of the ways insights can help your business, you get to identify market trends and also get to ascertain your user's experience. You understand your customer's path to purchase and that it can make all the changes accordingly, right? And also, you also get to identify what contents your users like, what content resonates well with them, identify which type of content people engage with the most, so that you get to tweak your marketing plan and narrow it down to suit the kind of audience that you're trying to send your message across to. And then overall, you leverage all those insights to adapt your strategy. You shape the entire strategy of the business. Okay, so I'm going to be taking the first pause to answer your questions. So if you have questions for me, please do well to drop them in the chat. So I'm sure Marachi has been doing a great job um, so far in the chat. So thank you so much, everybody. Lillian, Anita, Chika, Abula, Esther, Millicent, Jen, Bilix, Bilikis, Anita, Benis, Esther Musoni, Chika, Habi, Grace, everybody, Jen, and basically just everybody. Thank you so much for engaging Marathi and for all the responses you've given to us so far, so good. Odunayo. Um, okay, so Odunayo said was able to start recording videos on online training because with this training, I now know how to run my ads for the videos. Mm, thank you so much. That's a beautiful, very heartwarming feedback. Very, very heartwarming. And very, very good for the morning, I must say. Thank you so much, Udunayo. And every other person that has sending us very nice, encouraging words. We love you. We love you right back. Trust me. We love you right back. Please let us know if you have some questions and just some homekeeping again, housekeeping. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you are yet to, and ultimately turn on the notification bell again if you are yet to, so that we'll have a great time together. And what else? Um, okay, please keep the questions coming. Like I said earlier, if you have questions for us, we'll be happy and we'll be glad to answer to all of them. Okay, so let's go over to the next part of this presentation, identifying the best tools to use. So let me ask you again, which analytics tools do you use? It seems nobody asked questions for me today, so I'm going to be the only one asking questions. So which analytics tools do you use? Which ones do you know? Which ones do you use? Let me know in the chat. Which ones do you know? Which one do you use? I'm going to wait for you to say something um, so that before I move on. Michelle Crochet, Jamila, Jamila, I didn't get that question very well. If you could ask again. Awa Emily Sense, Emmeline. Okay. Victoria, thank you so much. Amarachi is doing a great job. Yes, she is. She's doing a great job. Thank you so much, Uduna, your Esther, for and every other person that dropped a reply for us. So, which analytics tools do you use? Which one do you know? And which one do you use? So, at least one person has to say something. My audio is not loud enough. Please increase from your side. It's not from my end. Thank you so much, Uduna, your Esther. It's not from my end. Is my end is quite loud, very very loud. So it must be from your end. So please pull it up from your end. Increase the volume from your um YouTube. Okay, somebody said, Jen said, I know Google Analytics. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Okay, how do you see or follow up on analytics? We are going to be getting to analytics shortly, right? Okay, haven't used Leica Africa Store. Haven't used any. Okay, not bad. Yes, Jamila said Google Analytics, Google Form, beautiful. Google Form 2 is also an analytics tool, even though it's a little bit restricted to the people that they're actually filling the form for you. So that's beautiful as well. Thank you so much, Billy Keys. And Jen, thank you so much. Excel, yes, Excel is an analytics tool as well. Very beautiful, but it's not like it's an online analytics tool. It's a data analytics tool, right? Okay, so just so you know, nobody is wrong here. What we are trying to do is just to keep everybody engaged. What is analytics? Yes, we are going to be answering all those questions. Analytics is basically data, insights, the activities that is happening, the figures, the numbers are what is activities converted to figures of what is happening around your page, websites, social media, and all those platforms. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm going to just head over to the presentation again. And so these are a couple of tools that we use for analytics. Now we have for the social, we have the Facebook, we have the Twitter, we have the Hootsuite, and then for organic search, we have the Google Search Console, we have the Google My Business, and for the website, we have the Google Analytics, we have the paid search for the Google Ads, right? So it's quite a lot. So we are going to be looking at a few of them shortly. So for Facebook, so typical Facebook Insights is going to look like what you are going to be seeing on your screen right now. So you find out what activities have been happening around the page, find out the page views, find out the page likes, find out the reach, and all the engagement, you find out all the follows, and you can always make all those adjustments over time, maybe by week, by month, and by days, just to see what's happening within each time frame, right? So you gather all these insights, you now understand what is happening around the page, who is coming, where they are coming from, the sex that are resonating with your content, and then what you can basically do to get more results out of what you're doing already. And then we have the Google Search Console. Like I mentioned earlier, yesterday, the Google Search Console is a tool for the technical SEO. And for those of you that are not developers, you may find it a little bit tricky to set it up. So all you just need to do, head over to search.google.com/console. Then you're going to have to type in either your domain name or your entire URL, and then a HTML file is going to be generated to you. You download that file and send it to your developer to do what they do, and then that page is going to get verified. And then you're going to see all these activities on your page, the likes, the clicks, the impressions, and then maybe the click-through rates. You can see the kind of searches, the kind of keywords people are using to search to land on your page, and you can find the devices that are using. Basically, just information. You can Google the right and to crawl your website to find if there are bugs, if there's something that is making your page not to load fast. And then they're going to make a couple of recommendations, like if you have videos that are too heavy on your website, if you have pictures that are too heavy on your website, the crawling is going to take time and drag a lot. And the page loading speed is one of the core things that Google considers to index your page for it to get to the first page officially. Remember, we spoke about the search engine marketing and the search engine optimization yesterday. And we said that the search engine optimization some tricks, some legal tricks, because there are some illegal tricks like stuffing your web page with keywords to get your page to be indexed on the Google search engine results. Now, I also mentioned that if you are making a search about a particular keyword, see page one, page two, page three, page four, those are showing it to you on page one is because they are not properly indexed. Their website has not been properly optimized. So the search engine tool is Google tools you use to properly optimize your website. Unfortunately, this will not work for a Google My Business website. This will work for a professionally built website. All right. And Google will also make recommendations, send you email alerts on things you can do, adjustments you can make, and they even show you the codes, show you how the page is behaving on mobile and on desktop, right? And then you gather all this information, and then you tweak all the options available on your website to make it better, properly indexed and understood by Google. You also get to submit your sitemap, right? So that Google will understand what is all the activities happening around your page, and then properly the aim is to get it indexed and ultimately to get to page one or the first part of the page. And then we made an analysis, we placed the difference between the search engine optimization and the search engine marketing. And now we also mentioned that the search engine optimization takes time. Apart from doing the Google business profile, the search engine marketing, yes, no, sorry. Apart from the Google business profile, which is the local SEO, it helps you to get to page one. But the whole process of the local SEO, the technical SEO, the on-page SEO takes a lot of time. Can take 6 months, can take a year, depending on how good you are. But if you don't have that much patience, all you just need to do is just to head over to running ads and just go give Google your money and tell Google, please put me on page one. And they'll be happy to put you on page one. And they'll obviously put you on top of all the optimized pages. You appear first before the ones that are optimized because you are paying money. So that's the difference between the search engine marketing. I hope you understand what the Google Search Console does. So this is the Google Business Profile that also offers you the privilege to find out all the views that are available. You get to find the direct views, the direct searches rather. You get to find out the brand searches and every other activity that is going on around that your business profile listing. I remember we mentioned yesterday that this is going to be your local SEO tool. It's very important. You load your business information here, your address, your working hours, your description, pictures, videos, content cutting across everything you do. And if somebody says Google My Business, please, the person is not completely wrong because that was the name before. It's now Google Business Profile. All right. So don't get it twisted. Okay, so that's it for the Google Business Profile and the Google Search Console. Those are tools where you can find data and insights to also understand where people are coming from, where people are calling you, how many people made the visits, how many people made a call, and you can also filter it over time. And again, another tool for insights is the Google Trends. Now, I mentioned yesterday that searching for tools on Google is easy. You can do business.google.com and you're going to land on Google Business Profile. If you do trends on google.com, you're going to find the Google Trend, which is a search tool that shows the popularity of a search term over time. You can view whether a trend is on the rise or a trend is coming down. You can also find the demographic insights on several related topics, and you can compare keywords as well. You can also use it for keyword research. You can find what people are doing based on location. You can narrow it down to Nigeria, Uganda, South Africa, the kind of searches, the kind of words that people are searching per time. We are going to look at Google Trends shortly in more details. So let's see how we can rise above the competition with Google Trends. All right. So let's see how we can rise above the competition with Google Trends. So with Google Trends, relevant topics, relevant and trending topics, and it also gets to monitor your competitors, what your competitors are doing. And you also use it for keyword research, very important. Keyword research, Google always gives suggestions of keywords that you can use for your industry to make content available. And then you get to also promote around seasonal trends. And then you find topics by region. We are going to be looking at this in a little more detail shortly. So we look at the Google Analytics now. So a lot of people mentioned Google Analytics when I asked earlier. So Google Analytics basically is the tool that Google offers you to track the activities on your website. And guess what? All these tools are free. The analytics is free, Search Console is free, Trends is free. Which other one do you know? They are all free. Google offers them to you, all these tools completely free. So you can get to connect your insights to your results, and then you can always get to check up all the activities that are happening around your website. We are going to be looking at analytics shortly in little more details. But meanwhile, I'm going to be taking the second pause to look at the questions you have. All right. So, everybody, thank you so much, Charity, Billy Keys, and everybody that's here. And so, if you have questions for me, it's time to ask me. Okay. So, ask me questions if you have some. And so, so I'm looking to see if there are any questions in the chats. Okay. Okay, so you said you need to, Billy said, I need to learn about my Google business profile. I never knew I could create content there. Of course, can create a lot of content. And let me just give you a little trick. Before you start creating your content, do well to do a keyword research. Make use of the Google Trends. Use the Google Trends tool and run a keyword research. I'm going to just pay attention towards the end of this presentation. We are going to be speaking about Google Trends in more details. But what happens is when you make a search, when you type in a keyword in the Google Trends, you're going to find some related searches at the bottom of the page. At the bottom of the page now is where you are going to have Google suggesting keywords to you. Those keywords are very important that you add them to your content, right? And then there's something called the latent semantic keywords. If you make a search on Google, any word you type, if you go down to the bottom part, you see some words called related searches. Google is going to suggest some words to you. Now, those are latent semantic keywords. They call them LSI keywords. So, and find a way to add the LSI keywords to your content as well. And now, on the Google search, on the Google business profile, you have the option of posting pictures, posting videos, and writing content. And then remember to get it verified first. It's going to help you because if you are not verified, you are not going to have Google showing your pictures and your videos to the public. It's only going to be seen by you, right? So that's a very important tip that can help you, Billy Case. I hope that was useful. All right. Okay, so Google Chika asks, how does the Google Analytics improve your brand online? Well, it may not directly improve your brand online. Thank you so much for that question. It's an analytics tool where you use to gather insights and gather data to help you make better informed business decisions. If you have a product that is only meant for the male and you're posting content and more female are resonating with your content, but your product is actually meant for the male folks, then there's something you may need to check. But you can't know that if there is no analytics part. Let's say that was Facebook. It's Facebook that's going to tell you if more people are seeing this, if more females are seeing your product than more male. So the insight now is supposed to give you the idea of what is happening around what you're sending out so that you can make a better decision around it. Chika, I hope that helped. Thank you so much for that question. Debbie said, I opened one yesterday, but I registered for verification process. Hope it will work out. Yes, if you use the Impact Her link that was shared, I'm sure Marachi can share that link again. It will be worked on. Yes. Okay, is there an app for all this? Falilat, there's an app for Google My Business, but recently Google decided to make it available for search, so you can search your business and manage it directly from search instead of just having an app. Do you understand? Right? And that's it for Google My Business. All those other ones are not apps. Google Search Console, like I explained, you download a file and they verify it for you. It's a web tool. Same thing with Trend. Google Trends is a web tool as well. Analytics is a web tool as well. We are going to be looking at that shortly. Can we use a debit card to make payments on Google? I'm trying on Facebook, but they are not accepting my card. Okay, so if you are using Verif card, it won't work. Use a Visa card or a MasterCard, right? And possibly if you go to your bank, get it activated for online payments. If not, like try it next, it won't work. All right, so you can pay for Google Ads online, yes, and there are two options. Either you pay manually or automatically. Manually is going to be you move the money to the platform. Automatically is going to be you plug in your card and then you are charged at the end of the month, right? Yes, the trends can be fully assessed on your mobile phone. Charity. Thank you so much. And all the beautiful questions. Thank you so much. So let's go over to the last part of this presentation so that I'll have a lot of time to answer to all your questions. All right. Okay. So let's see how we can understand and how we can understand and analyze data. Okay, so everybody that asks a question about analytics, you need to pay closer attention right now. So this is a typical Google Analytics dashboard. It shows to you the geographic location, it shows to you popularity over time, it shows to you active users and new users, it shows to you the visits, and it shows to you how you acquired your users. You can find the acquisition. So this is a typical way of how you can set up your Google Analytics account. So you head over to analytics.google.com. Remember, I told you it's easier to find things on Google. Yes, you just type the word first .google.com. So you head over to analytics.google.com and then you choose a name of that your account. You can have multiple accounts actually, but you must sign in with a Gmail. All these tools work with Gmail, apart from trends that anybody can just open and get started. The Search Console, the Google Business Profile, and the analytics, you have to use your Gmail, just like you're using Gmail for your Google Mail, right? So you need to use a Gmail to be able to access all these tools. So you choose the industry and the category that you want Google to help you benchmark against others that have tagged the same industry. So you just choose an industry and then we just set it up and then you just sign up. You can head over to analytics.google.com to find out some more details. So after you've set up your analytics account, what you're going to find there is the tracking code. So tracking code for you to track your site performance, you need to add the correct tracking code to all the pages you want. Like I mentioned earlier, this analytics, Google Analytics won't work for a Google My Business website because Google My Business obviously is just a one pager website, right? So you head over and copy this your analytics code and give it to your developer. Now your developer is now responsible to plug this analytics code into all the pages that you want to gather information from. If you're having business with page one, which is a home page, and the checkout page, that's up to you. So it's going to only plug it in the page one and the checkout page, right? And if you have business across all the pages, that means it's going to plug it across all the pages. This is the code that is going to help you to track the activities on that website. Now, again, it's important to also note that different kind of website builders have different locations where the tracking code can be fixed in. Now, sometimes it may appear like UA. UA there means the universal analytics. Now, there is another type of analytics, which is the GA4, Google Analytics 4, a later version of the analytics. So you get to find your developer will find the best place based on the web builder that was used to plug in your tracking code so that they can track the behavior of the activities that are happening on your website. All right. So let's see how we can understand the four main areas of reporting when you are reading data, when you are reading information from your Google Analytics. Now, the first option there, you're going to be seeing, if you are using the UA, Universal Analytics, you're going to find the audience, you're going to find the acquisition, you're going to find the behavior, you're going to find the conversions. Now, the audience are who your users are. Do you have new users? Do you have active users? Do you have users? You find out the sessions under behaviors. So apart from finding out who your audience are, you find out their demography, right? You find out their sex, you find out their age, you find out sometimes you can find out the kind of devices they use. You can find out their location, and then you find how they got to find you. How did they find you? Did they find you through referral? Did they find you through direct search? Did they find you through just direct search? Or did they find you through what's the word now? Paid search or affiliate program or referrals? However it was, you get to find out where they came from so that you know which of the aspects to pay more attention to, right? And now you find out their behavior as well. What are they doing on the page? What is their session time? How long are they staying on the page? Are they paying? Are they checking out? Right? Are they paying for the product? Then at the end of the day, you find out what are they worth to you? Did they actually convert? Did they pay for the products? You find the conversions. Now, conversion is a marketing term that is used to explain people that actually made you arrive at the aim of your campaign. Did they convert? Means there is, did they pay for the product? Did they pay for the services? Did they subscribe to that email link? Just those little details about conversion. What are those guys worth to you, right? And now you head over to the part where we find the kind of data that is available on Google Analytics. You will get to find the dimensions, the what's, and the what there is the channels. Where did they come from? Maybe organic search, maybe through referrals, like I explained earlier, maybe through direct search, and maybe through paid search, maybe through social media platforms. That's why it's always important for you to add the links to your website on all the platforms where you are trying to push marketing through to. Maybe they came from affiliate, maybe they came from your display marketing, and now the metrics will automatically be the numbers, the new users. You find the new users, you find the recurring users, you find the session counts, you find the session count, you find how long people stayed on your page, and every other detail that is available there is going to be shown to you through the metrics. You find the dimensions and the metrics based on what you actually want to decide to do on with the data that you're seeing on the analytics page. All right, so let's look at the range structure once again, how you can use the range structure to ask the right questions. And know what to do with that information will also mean that you pay attention to this range structure, right? So the R there means how are people finding you online. You get to identify which of the search terms are driving the organic traffic to your website. You get to also look to improve the links from your social media platforms. You get to also develop a relationship with all your referral websites so that the ones that are not performing well, you can do a review. Now the E is what are people engaging with when they find you online. When they find you online, what are they engaging with? Which page are they paying more attention to? You learn which of the pages are not getting any views. Why are they not getting all the views? And then you also discover what is really engaging your visitors on your page. Some people, maybe you can have a gaming stuff on your website. So you can find that people are engaging more on that particular page. Or maybe you have the link to your app store and your play store. That will mean that people will always engage more with that place, because if there are no more activities happening on the website, it will mean them going to download the app. So to make people pay more attention to the homepage where they get to download the app. And now, which channel is driving the most bookings? Activate is the A now. Which channel is driving the most booking? You get to find out which of the channels, whether direct sales, whether referrals, whether affiliate program, whether paid search, whether display marketing or social media. Which of those pages are giving you more results? Identify which of those referring websites are giving you more results, and then you look out for the underperforming websites and the underperforming routes where people are actually coming from, and then you can always review the partnership change some things, and tweak some options just to get more results out of it. And then the end will be for the nurture ad. Your customers happy to leave a review. Are your customers happy to leave a review? So you get to try different ways to encourage purchasers to leave a review. What works best? Reviews are powerful. It gets genuine feedback from people that are honest, because people can get to also have a second thought about your product and your brand when they see the reviews. Personally, like I mentioned, I prefer to read the reviews first before even looking at the price. Yes, the reviews first before the price, because I want to know what are people saying about your product, what are people saying about the brand before I even get to start a business with you. You understand? So it's also important that you pay attention to reviews. Important you pay attention to reviews. There should be a hook somewhere, maybe a discount, maybe a free shipping. It should be something that is hooking you to your client, something that is hooking you to your customers, so that they're happy to come back. You can't do business with somebody and the person just goes off and disappears into thin air without telling somebody else. That kind of business structure would not, it will crumble in a very short period of time. So it's better you have a hook that is drawing people back to you, and possibly making those people to tell somebody else about your product and about your brand. All right. So let's look at Google Trends. Like I mentioned earlier, we're going to be looking at Google Trends in a little more details. So Google Trends, this is a typical homepage of what the trends.google.com would show to you. So you get to explore what the world is searching for by entering a keyword or a topic in the explore bar, and then you see stories that are curated by the news lab at Google that gets to provide additional information that are found in the data. And then you get to see the daily search trends. You can see the yearly search trends, and then you can always find guidance materials about the news lab and various trends. You can always find what is happening daily. You highlight the searches that jump significantly. You can find some spikes on the daily. What's happening? Like last week, when is it last week or the week before last? When the Queen passed, when the Queen of England passed, you must have seen that a lot of things were affected. I'm sure England was trending around that period. So if you check 3 weeks ago, you find that England was trending. And one other significant thing that happened was that the GBP fell. The value of GBP fell. Before that period, it was $1 was equal to 1.3 GBP. But $1 fell to $1 now became 1.14, be 1.13 GBP, thereabouts. So the GBP had followed that nosedive within that period for some reason that I can't just explain, but I'm sure it's because of the Queen's death. So the GBP fell by about 20% thereabouts. And so GBP must have been trending around that period. So I'm saying that to say that there could be something that is trending around the axis of your niche where you are doing your business. So you check off using the Google Trends to see what is trending in your industry, so that you know what to do and when to do what to do at a particular time. And now you get to also find real-time searches, because the Google Trends will highlight searches that jump significantly in traffic among all the recent searches, not just daily trends, not just weekly trends. You can find what's happening around that space, around the space of time. And then, like I mentioned earlier, you can compare two keywords. For instance, just this one is straight from business. You can type, like I mentioned the other time, you type Obama, type Donald Trump. You can see Donald Trump is actually trending currently because of the case with the January 6th fight they had. So now you find that there's a trend that you can compare those two keywords, and the line is going to be drawn separately. You can find the spikes around the period. You can narrow it down over the years. You can search, you can make that search, you can narrow it down to different countries. You want to see what's happening in Nigeria, it's definitely going to be ASU, it's definitely going to be Peter Obi, right, in Nigeria. And you want to check out what is happening in South Africa, in Uganda, and all those places. The Google trend is going to be the one to assist you. And now when you make that search, if you go down to the bottom of the page, Google is going to make you some few suggestions of keywords. And that is why the Google Trend is also a powerful tool for keyword research. You get to find some keywords that are present there that you can use to add to your content to get the business out, right? So let's see how you can promote your business promote your business around seasonal trends. So seasonal trends allow your business to stay relevant and competitive. Like I mentioned earlier, you check the trends, what's happening, what you can do better, how you can get more results out. Okay, so somebody might use the Google Trends to identify seasonal trends in types of clothing. And then when you find that, you get to create content around current trends, and then you adjust them according to the demand. And women's jackets, you can see that there's a rise of the need of women's jackets in the winter months, and it is low in the summer months. Winter, obviously, because winter is cold, and low in the summer month because summer is hot a little bit. So if you are selling, you may need to think around what is trending per time and how you can narrow down your message to be able to get results out from what you're doing. If you can see that search, women's jackets, there is a rise in the summer period, and there is a rise in the winter period, and then there is a low in the summer period because obviously people don't wear hot clothes when it is hot. All right, so that place written compare, you can type another keyword there and you compare the entire behavior of those keywords. You can check different keywords at the same time. So you use trends to identify seasonal product demands, adjust your offerings according to supply and demand, and then you create content about the current trend so that you can get more results out with your products. So again, you use the Google Trends for keyword research, like I mentioned earlier. So when you come down to the bottom part, you always find related searches. It's now going to be Google making suggestions to you to show you that searches, to show you the different searches and the keywords that are trending. So use those trends to identify other potential keyword tags, and then you name your product categories according to popular keywords. And then you get to also optimize your post. As you know, in the crypto industry, crypto has been nosediving for a while, right? So if you're in the crypto industry, you may need to find out the particular coins that are making waves at the moment. So you may need to make content around it. That automatically means that people are making more search around those things. So if someone jumps onto Google to make a search with that particular keyword, there's a possibility that they're going to show up because you have a content that has that keyword embedded inside it. Remember, we spoke yesterday that when people make search, Google crawls the internet to pick websites that have the keywords that are being searched for and display it to you. And all of that happens in a split of seconds. So the Google bot picks keywords in various websites, right? So I hope that's understood. I've spoken a lot. So I'm going to be taking the last pause to answer your questions if you have any. So ask me questions. Um, okay, so some of them will sound very technical. Yes, Priscilla. But the truth is, if you jump on to try those things by yourself, you're going to appreciate it a little more, right? Okay, so Priscilla, thank you so much for that observation. Um, yes. Google Trends is a very powerful tool, right? Thank you so much, Chika, and everybody that are dropping very kind words. I hope Amarachi is keeping you company and she's doing well with you. Why is data an important tool to grow your business? Obviously, you can't even do a business without data, and that is the truth. If you don't know what is happening around your page, there's no way you'll be able to tweak the informations that you're having to get more results out. If you are not making sales, you may not just know by the revenue that is coming in. You may want to know why you are not making sales. What if there's a bug on your website that's making people to bounce off? What if there's a bug on your payment page that's bouncing people off? So you may want to find out what activities are actually happening on that your payment checkout page, so that people are getting bounced off, right, without actually checking out. But you can't know all of that without data, without the analytics tool, right? So thank you so much for that beautiful question, but you need to have data by your side. Of course, even when you make a post on Facebook, the most popular one, you always find the shares, the likes, the comments. It shows you how people are engaging with your post. What if people were not engaging with your post? That means your content is not good. That's what it basically means. And everybody wants to have all those high likes, the larger number of likes, larger number of shares, larger number of comments. So if you are not having all those results, that means there's something you're not doing right, right? Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you so much. How can I open a website with Google, please? Okay, so two options. Sign up on the Google Business profile, business.google.com, and then activate the website, or head over to site.google.com. I'm sure Marachi can share that link to site.google.com. And then you have free templates already existing there. You just launch one of them and get it up for yourself. If you have money, you can pay for a domain and add it there. But it's a very simple process to create it with the Google sites. Or you can head over to website builders, the likes of Wix.com, Squarespace, Magento. There are a lot of them. WordPress too, right? And you just get it done. Who asked that question? Aramide, thank you so much for that question. Yeah. Stella, are there no analytics tools with or for WhatsApp business? Oh, well, WhatsApp is more of a chat tool. Well, yeah, it's more of a chat tool. So you may not find a lot of analytics tools for WhatsApp business, except maybe WhatsApp will build it later in the future. But for now, there is no analytics tool for WhatsApp business. You can only find a number of people that viewed your post and your status and all. And there's even a setting that may even make you not to want to see people that are seeing your views, right? Okay. Okay, thank you so much, Raisa, for your very kind words, and everybody for your very kind. So you can check up wix.com. Attendance is going to be shared shortly. All right. So thank you so much for all the engagement, and thank you for keeping Marachi very busy. So just a reminder on the Google Bootcamp Academy, Google Hustle Academy, head over to g.co/hustleacademy.com, Hustle Academy, and then you're going to sign up if you have a small business that you want to grow and to scale. And then you get to also head over to learndigital.google.com, and then you can also get to learn and get certified. We call this place a Google University. There are a truckload of courses cutting across everything, majorly from the digital marketing, the coding, and everything. All right. And then you can find us on social media on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, so that you can tell your story. I remember I said you can do a screenshot and share on the social media platforms how useful and valuable the content you're getting from this page is to you. So Marach is going to be sharing all those relevant links. Okay, so I want you to share with me your favorite emojis, and everybody, basically, just share with me your favorite emojis as I say my last word, which is thank you very much. Thank you very much for showing up. Please come back by 2 p.m. West African time. Come back by, it's going to be 1 p.m. GMT, and then it's going to be 3 p.m. CAT, Central African time, and then 4 p.m. EAT. All right. So if you are yet to hit the like button, please do it before I go. I'm waiting for you to hit that like button, the thumbs up button, and then turn on the notification bell if you are yet to once again. And then that means you've subscribed. Turn on the notification bell. And what else now? Then that's it. Uh, so Esther said, can I use Google Trends to know things like trending hashtags to use in my fashion and apparel business, right? Keywords is what you're going to find. Keywords. Okay, thank you so much, Esther. I want to see your emojis before I go. Thank you so much, Billy Key. Thank you, Chenna, and thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Debbie. Please fill your attendance, and please let's see you again by 2 p.m. Okay. Okay, thank you so much, Terry, for that beautiful response. Thank you, Temidayo. Thank you, Nkechi. Thank you, Sheila. And basically, everybody. Thank you so much. And please keep a date with us by 2 p.m. We'll be back here to wrap up the day. All right. So, see you again.